back to another week of building the Caldercraft HMS Victory. Normally I'd be showing you the other side of the ship and showing what I've completed, which is what we would do in this video. Because this is actually going to take me quite a while, I've decided to just film from the start. I started off lining all the upper row of gun ports, because I've shown that over the last couple of weeks. I saw no need to show any more of that. I then sprayed it with a highlight primer, which just shows up any highs and lows in the wood, cracks, that sort of thing. I then sanded that back with a power sander, and it's come out quite smooth now. It's not too bad at all. Where I have got a couple or a few lows and highs, I've covered it with a fine, not a plaster, a filler, that's the word I'm looking for. In the worst parts, I don't, mainly to fill cracks between the planks. I've actually overdone it. I didn't need as much as this, because this is all going to be copper plated, so it doesn't matter if we can't see the actual individual planks. That's fine. I'm not filling any small gaps between planks up here, because I think that will look better if we can see a bit of the planking through it. So as I said, I highlighted it, I put the filler on there. I'm just about to let that dry and sand it. Once that's completed, I'll re-prime it, and we'll start marking out where the different bands of black and yellow go. So I'll leave this to dry and then I'll return. Sanding done and re-prime the hull. So we're going to start painting the lines onto the ship. And I've decided to do two of the yellow ochre lines first, the lower one and the upper one. Once I've done that, I'm going to paint I'm going to mark the waterline, and then basically from under that first band of yellow down to the waterline will be black. Above this line will be black. As you can see, it comes down over the gun ports, because I've been using these 4 photos, as the instructions say you should, as a guide, and it literally shows pretty well exactly where it goes over the gun ports and gives you a reference to what gun port number, so you know what it's set at. And then same with the bottom ones, it follows that line below the gun ports and then curves up to just below the gun ports at the back, and then it follows that line. It's important to note that this does not follow the rubbing strakes exactly, because the rubbing strake on this one is actually up here, so it doesn't follow it exactly. It just has to follow the line that they've got in here below and above each gun port, which gives you a good reference what to do. And then once we've got that bit done, I'll pull the tape off, we'll mask up the centre yellow line, paint that, and then finish off the last couple of black strips. Now I don't know whether I'm going to have enough paint for all this. I've got 3 of this size bottle of the yellow ochre. I've got heaps of matte black, that's not a problem. I've ordered another 3 bottles, but that's got to come from the UK, and I haven't had a notification that it's even been dispatched yet. So I think this will be enough for one side. I'm not sure about the other yet, so we'll just have to see how we go. So I'll get my paintbrush out and we'll start. Okay, this yellow ochre that I'm using is very thin paint. So I've got a door about to slam. As I was saying, it's very thin paint. when I did this top section, it took me about 4 coats to get that to a point that I was happy with. The black was no problem, that was literally just 2 coats. Could have got away with 1 even, but just thought I'd do the 1 extra, just make it that little bit darker. It's a matte black. I was thinking about doing a gloss, but decided to pretty well follow the instructions exactly to the letter. So, and that said to use the matte paint. This video is probably not going to be that long because I'm not going to spend 20 minutes or so just making you watch me paint the ship. So what I'll probably do is I'll jump forward now to where this strip is painted. We'll mask up the middle one, and then once that's masked up and painted, we'll have a look at how it's going. Everything's getting there. I did film painting the next lot of rubbing scrapes there, or the black line that we've got doesn't exactly follow the rubbing scrapes, but somehow it's become corrupted, so I'm not able to use that. So instead, hopefully this one doesn't, and I'll just show marking the water line. I'm using a laser level, and according to the plans it sits right below the bottom rubbing strake in the middle, and then I'm not sure if it's coming out on camera, but the line continues straight and it ends up about 10 millimeters below the rubbing strake at the front, and that one looks like it's coming out better. That one continues straight as well, and you end up with a 10-15 millimeter gap at the back also. So I'll just start marking that up. Have to wait till it stops jumping, seeing it's on the table. Sitting a bit high. Okay, so I'll continue just lining this, and then I'll be back. Okay, so this will be the last of the black and yellow stripes. The black goes on a lot easier than the yellow, but I still end up doing 2 coats to make sure it comes out nice and deep. I'm afraid this is going to be a rather uninspiring video, just watching painting this week. But next week is not going to be or next video rather, because it's going to be more than a couple of weeks till it comes out. It's not going to be a great video either. We're going to be drilling the holes for the dummy cannons, and once that's done, we don't fit them. All we'll be doing is starting the copper plating of the hull, and with, I believe, about 3,500 of them, it is going to take quite some time. So I'll go ahead and finish this black, and I'll probably end the video there, and then I'll get the other side done on my own time, so will be quite a while, or at least another 2 weeks, till the next video comes out. So I'll be back shortly. Just going over the painted sections with a matte varnish. I don't like going straight over the paint with matte because it really makes it washed out. Takes a lot of the darkness of the black out of it, and it doesn't go grey, but sort of like a light black, if that makes any sense. So generally I go over it with a satin varnish to start with, and then when it dries I give it a very light sand with 2000 grit paper, and then I go back over it with the matte, which means you don't get the real shiny look of a matte or satin varnish, but you keep the colour in the paint, so to speak. So that's what I do anyway. I know most other people just go over it straight away with matte varnish, but it's just something that I do. It's 43 degrees here at the moment, so it shouldn't take very long to dry, and then I'll show the finished product once that's completed, or once it's dried. So we're nearly there. Okay, so I'll just leave that to dry now and then come back and wrap the video up. Side of the ship painted up. So I'm going to go ahead now and get the other side done. It'll take me a few days. This video is laid out because I needed a rest for a little bit. Been making videos for the last 3 years without a break, and I just found it hard to get motivated there for a little while, but I'm back on top of it now, so we should be okay. Once I've got that other side done, things are going to stay a little bit monotonous for a while. I have to drill all the holes in the gun ports for the dummy cannons, and then we'll be starting the copper plating on the hull, and I think there's about 3,500 plates to fit, so it is going to take quite some time, I'd imagine. I've never done copper plating before, so it'll be a new experience. So yeah, hopefully you'll join me next week, or when the next video comes out anyway. Cheers.